Hey, HannahMouse1 here. Recently, I walked into a Warhammer shop on a total whim. I came out having spent 70 quid and with a new obsession. So this video will be me showing you my first steps into the world of Warhammer. When I went to the shop, they let me make one Stormcast Vindicator for free, and I'm just going to be making the rest basically from my kit that I bought. I know I'm probably doing 1,000 things wrong. I had no idea what I was doing really. And if you do have any tips, I do urge you to give me any feedback you deem necessary, because I need all the help that I can get. That being said, I figured Warhammer would be perfect for me because I like small, detailed crafts, and there is nothing more detailed than these little things. They are so intricate and cool, and I love them. First was the pretty repetitive step of actually assembling the figures. It was actually quite a lot of fun just sticking them together, and I followed the instructions to the letter. I'm not doing any kit bashing or anything like that, at least until I'm a bit more experienced with it. I'm just trying to get a feel for the basics for now. But yeah, if you do want to see more of this, I do have some more Warhammer stuff, so if you do enjoy this, just leave a like and I will make more videos on this because I am in love with this and I want to do more. Yeah. This character, that I think is called the Knight Arcanum, is the first major character that I had to make, and I think it is really cool. It's so detailed, like the little books and the scrolls and all that. I think it is so cool and I love it. So yeah, I'm just going through and putting all the pieces together, then comes on to painting. On each of them, I start with all the gold elements because that's what I was told to do when I was in the shop. Here, for some reason, I decided to use a piece of paper instead of a palette, like watercolour paper. Later I switched onto an actual palette. I should probably buy an actual wet palette for this, but because this is my first time, I didn't want to buy a bunch of equipment if I didn't feel like I enjoyed this, but as I do, I should probably invest in this a bit more. But yeah. This is a lot of fun. I love the gold paint. The gold paint is so nice and goes on it's so shiny. It's really nice. How many times have I called it nice in the past 2 sentences? Anyway, I then go on to the blue, which I do on the shields and the shoulder guards. I think it looked really nice. I'm literally going by the colours of the one I made in the shop when I was following instructions. So yeah, I wasn't following any specific instructions for these, but I was keeping it pretty standard. I wasn't having too much creative freedom with this because I wanted it to be pretty, for my first time I wanted to keep it pretty basic, and then down the line I can spice things up a bit if I feel a bit more comfortable. I use white to draw on the electric bolts. I think that was pretty cool. Yeah. This was very detailed painting. It was really fun to do, so I'm not going to complain. Yeah, I just keep adding on various details. I experimented with giving the eyes on the shield red, painting the eyes red. I did that on some of them, but not all of them. I do think it was kind of cool though. And then this dark wash colour, I have heard it described as talent in a bottle. It can make something which looks half decent into something which looks incredible, in 3 brush strokes, and I can't take any of the credit for it. It looks so cool. The process for all the other Stormcast Vindicators was very similar to that one. It was very much so just paint the gold, paint the blue, paint silver and red, add the brown leather straps. It was a pretty repetitive process, but it was quite enjoyable, so I'm not going to complain. If you wondered how I did the base coat, by the way, I just used spray paints, but I didn't record that because I don't have a way of setting up my recording outside. So yeah, I just didn't record it. Don't spray paint in non-ventilated areas, please. I don't want anyone getting like breathing issues or anything like that. So yeah, always follow the instructions and stuff like that. Here I am adding the red to the wrappings on the spear. Then I go over with the wash again, and then on to the next one. It was like, I know a lot of people like batch paint them, like they'll do all of them, but I decided to do one at a time, and it took forever. But yeah, not that I'm complaining, it was really enjoyable. So yeah, once again going through with the gold. I don't have much experience with the actual game part of Warhammer. I've never really been that into stuff like D&D or anything, like, but I played like one game of Warhammer with like the guy in the shop. But I'm not really into the game side of these sort of things, but also I have like no one to play it with, so yeah, I probably won't be like playing much of the game, but I am really into painting the things, so that's fun. Then I go on to this one. This one's cool because it has the really big flag on it, which is like really nice, and it's just a bit different, so that's always cool. I like the ones with a bit of variation to them. Yeah, I was completely making up where the colours would go on the flag based on what looked good with the rest of the piece. It's like, I wanted the colours to be consistent and all that. I wasn't following a guide or anything. I was just trying to make it look cool. And yeah, I gave him like his skin tone and his salt and pepper beard. Once again, I go over everything with a nice dark wash. And then I go on to the Knight Arcanum. I decided to use the same colour palette for this one because I do want it to look like it's kind of like the leader of these people, and like it is part of the same like group. I thought if I went for a like drastically different colour scheme, that would look really odd. So I just went for the same like blue and gold like base colours, and then like red to accent stuff. I do like the red gem on the staff and on the handle and all that. I also make like all the little extras like the book red as well. I like here I paint the hair white. Eventually I do all his skin in white because I figured that looked really creepy, and this guy clearly is magical in some capacity. I don't know any of the lore behind Warhammer, by the way. I don't understand. Like I have got a book which has some stories set in this universe. I haven't read them all yet, and I haven't done any of like I love the lore of universes like this, but like I'm not the sort of person who would just spend ages reading about it. Yeah, it's weird. I love backstory to stuff. I don't like researching it. For the bases, I painted all this like muddy brown colour. Kind of look like it's on like sandy, rough, rocky terrain kind of thing. I don't know. It felt right, I guess. It was very repetitive painting on the dirt, but I do think it really does help finish off the pieces. I paint the little rocks in a lighter colour, like this lighter greyish brown colour, and then I use some little green felt scraps to create like moss on the more detailed bases. just because I figured it made it look more like it's dirt and not just brown. Like, this makes it look like they're stood on dirt and not a cookie. This is them all finished. I think they look pretty cool. And like I said, if you enjoyed it, please let me know. Other than that, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next week for another one. Bye!